What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Pops and Wiz SportsCast. Coming to you live from the Mr. Whiskey Studio in upstate New York. I'm your co-host, Papa K. To my left, the one and only, the coolest cat with whom you want to chat, the OMG of sports casting. Yours truly, Mr. Whiskers.
Oh, my God!
That's why I said OMG.
I like it. We apologize for the,
Delay.
The start right there. There's a couple of technical difficulties on our end. I wonder if it had anything to do with the storm we had today. Mm-hmm. It was pretty wild. I mean, we got about a foot of snow over here. So, it definitely took a second. I realized one of the big issues I realized as we were going live, we didn't have a camera. The camera was gone.
Oh, wow.
So, just had to adjust a couple of things, but here we are. We're back. And wow, what a weekend it's been. What a week it's been. Pretty wild.
Mm-hmm. Great Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was a rather insane Super Bowl. I mean, we're talking about the second Super Bowl to go into overtime in history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wild. What a wild game between the Chiefs and the 49ers.
Great game. You know, if you're a 49er fan, you're disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Kansas City fan, obviously you're related. But boy, another good comeback by Mr. Mahomes.
Yeah, it was something, all right. It was something. I did notice something. It was brought up, and I'm sure some of you have seen it on TikTok. But something that was brought up, noticed in the fourth quarter. With a little under a minute and 40 to go, Kansas City Chiefs have the ball. They're either trying to win it or tie the game. Mm-hmm. Now, there was a set of downs where Kansas City converted a first down with Kelsey, making it 1st and 10. Mm-hmm. And then they went right in and went for another play, hurry-up offense. Mahomes runs the ball for 2 yards. And this was around the 30-something yard, 38-yard area. Mm-hmm. And it should be 2nd and 8. When the downs came back, it was as 1st and 10.
Really?
They were given a fresh set of downs.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, and this is something, if anybody else has seen it themselves, noticed it, or even better yet, because at that point in the game, I wasn't really paying attention to that, but I remember these two plays.
Okay.
And I can't remember if it was a technical issue, like for instance, like what we just had, and it was 2nd and 8, and they played it as 2nd and 8, or if it was played as a fresh set of downs. So that's
I saw the whole thing again today.
yeah.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that.
No, I watched the whole thing. You know, they got the first down, and then they got the first down again, 1st and goal, when Pacheco, I think, went to the 5-yard line. And they let the clock run down to 9 seconds.
But before that,
yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
yeah. So I'm just wondering if anybody watching this now, or or sees this video on YouTube, and then wants to reach out to us in the comments.
I'll watch it again.
I would love to know if that was played as a first down, a new set of downs, because now you give Kansas City the chance to run the clock out even more.
Well, don't you think the officials would have caught that?
That's where this is kind of controversial here, because they have talked, and you've seen it out there. You've heard, the NFL is rigged. The Super Bowl logo determines. It kind of foreshadows, gives you a little Easter egg of who's going to be in the Super Bowl, which, as we've seen, the colors were purple. A lot of it was purple in the Super Bowl logo. If that was the case, then you would think that the Ravens would be in the Super Bowl, right?
Or the Vikings.
Or the Vikings, right? But so now the real question is, was it rigged? Was it rigged in a sense to create a further sense of like excitement? Making history. I hope that none of this is true.
Yeah.
Because that would be such a slap in the face.
Oh yeah.
To the 49ers.
I didn't see that.
I
I watched it again. Like they showed the Super Bowl 3 times, 4 times yesterday. Every 3 hours they showed it, and I paid attention to the final, 7 minutes when Frisco got the field goal and Mahomes got the ball back, and Frisco never got it back.
Yeah. And there was a lot going on Sunday night. Of course, we had a fantastic evening, and one thing, Pops and I, and Jay Swift, and hanging out here. We were very excited to have Mr. Blue Monkey and Mismo join us for the Super Bowl, and they came bearing gifts, and we got ourselves some brand new koozies from Colorado. I love this. I love it. It's got the twist off top. You seal that can in there. You're sealing the coldness in there.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. And of course, having Blue and Mismo here, fantastic company, fantastic friends.
Everybody was disappointed. They all wanted Frisco to win.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I did pick Kansas City. I never thought it would go to, the extreme it did, with the overtime. But the one thing I was telling you earlier off the air was Frisco claimed they didn't understand the overtime rules.
I'll get into that in a second. I just want to state, again, cheers to Blue and Mismo. Thank you so much for the company. Thank you so much for the gifts, and we know that right now you guys are up in the air as the flight got delayed a little bit because of the foot of snow we got hit with today.
Yeah.
But we hope
the city got hit like this too.
Probably.
Evidently, if they had all these delays.
But we hope you guys safe travels, and definitely let us know when you arrive back in Colorado. Cheers. Where's yours?
Don't have
Do you want one?
one.
I know. Look at your koozies over there.
Yeah, whatever. Mine never lasts that long. Yeah, crazy part about this game, which I didn't understand or didn't take seriously, was when they tossed the coin.
Break this down for me.
Yeah, Frisco won the toss, and they decided to accept. And by the way, they got killed for that. They always say defer, because with the new rules, whoever scores a touchdown first, I don't believe is the winner. The other team gets a chance. Ever since Brady beat Atlanta.
Yeah.
They changed that rule. So, you flip the coin. They choose to accept the ball. But the referee, Bill Vinovich, I think his name, is explaining. Both teams get 3 timeouts. It's 15 minutes, not 10 like in regular season.
Yeah.
And obviously, if it went further, it goes again.
Yeah.
But he said the game could end right away on a defensive touchdown. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like if Frisco gets the ball, right, and Casey intercepts and pick 6, game's over.
Okay, yeah, because the game ends. The first one to score a touchdown, however that may be,
Yeah. But
that ends the game. It's not a field goal anymore.
No, but again, a defensive touchdown ends the game without the other team never touching the ball.
When did they implement this?
Evidently, they said 2015. So I didn't know.
Yeah, how did we? And is that only for Super Bowl or is that for playoffs and regular
Only a
season?
Super Bowl that I know. First of all, in regular season, it's 10 minutes and 2 timeouts, and if it ends, it's a tie.
Huh.
In regular season. In Super Bowl, there are no ties. Now, my question was, and I didn't hear this, he said a defensive touchdown, right? What if the defense causes a safety? That's a defensive score, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is the game over? That I didn't hear him say.
Huh. It's very interesting how.
If anybody knows who's listening or watching, let us know, because I might have missed that, but I know he said a defensive touchdown ends the game. No matter what. And according to the news, San Francisco didn't understand the rules. I don't know what part they didn't understand. Why they didn't defer is a little shocking to me too.
I know. That is like between that whole set of downs thing and this, it's kind of, it just seems a little off.
Well, because of the rule changes in the last, I guess these teams, they played 4 years ago. You didn't notice, and they didn't go over overtime. But I'm just saying.
I know. Well, I didn't know that. Again, this is the second time in Super Bowl that a game has gone into overtime. Which if these rules were implemented, then and you said well, not you, but what you heard was from 2015. Was that the last Super Bowl to go into overtime?
No.
The first one?
No.
What year did the Super Bowl go into overtime for
17.
the first time? Super Bowl 17.
That was Atlanta and New England.
So yeah, that's kind of fishy to me right there. Is that they did a rule change? We haven't had overtime in the Super Bowl since Super Bowl 17. 2015 they changed the rules, which I have never heard anything of this.
Me either, unless I understood it wrong. But I heard that today on the Michael K. Show.
Well, yeah, if it's on the Michael K. Show, if it's on the news and everything, like it is something to bring some some attention to here.
It's funny you mentioned about that play, that situation, because I caught the tail of it because I switched the channel, I put it back, and the first thing I hear, what's his name? Who's the guy?
Tony Romo?
No, on Michael K. Show, the big guy.
Don LaGreca?
Don LaGreca. He goes, well, if this is the case, I hope people don't think the game is rigged. So then I didn't know what he was talking about. It could be about what you just said.
I think, again, that is a big thing, and that's exactly like when I saw this video on TikTok. Now, when I first looked at it, I thought, okay, you know what? It could be one person that saw this and or maybe did a little changing, little video changing, splicing something in there, right? But then as I dug deeper, I saw that this wasn't the only person that noticed it. There were quite a few people that were sitting in their living rooms recording off their phone. Mm. People in the room, they're all looking at it. They go, look at this.
Explain to me what happened again. You said Mahomes ran it for 2 yards.
So what happened was it was around it was within the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Kansas City has the ball. Mahomes makes a play to Kelsey for a first down. Mm-hmm. They do hurry up offense, and I think that was around the time that you saw Mahomes doing this. The camera zooms in on him. He's doing this. They get back to the line. They run a play. Mahomes runs for 2 yards.
I don't remember that.
You see the 1st and 10 on the screen. It goes over to second down,
Right.
and it says second down, and then it goes to the Super Bowl logo, and then it comes back 1st and 10.
Which should have been 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Now,
You sure you saw this right? 'Cause
I saw it 3 times through 3 different videos.
I don't remember Mahomes running the 2 yards. He ran for 19, and he ran for 8.
Yeah, this was right around the 38-yard line or something like that on
This is
Kansas
in the
City
overtime.
sides. No, this is the last quarter, fourth quarter.
Oh.
That's what I said. Fourth quarter,
Oh,
within 2 minutes to go.
Okay, now I'm really confused because I'm looking.
You're
at
still stuck on overtime.
overtime. Yeah.
No, scratch. We're not talking about overtime.
Yeah.
We're talking about right now. The San Francisco 49ers are up by 3 points.
Yeah.
Kansas City has the ball. They're making a drive down the field, which end result, they get a field goal.
Right.
Because they stopped the clock with around, 9 seconds?
6.
6 seconds, giving San Francisco literally no time.
No, 3 seconds they had.
3 seconds where it was just like, okay, we're going into OT. Now, my big issue with this, as I did a little deeper diving, Dad, is so as they talked about the NFL being rigged, this one video I saw, and I forgot the name, and I apologize for that. These are some things that I need to really start writing down and doing a better job of. In the event that anybody else wants to look it up. The NFL, when categorized, is categorized as entertainment, not as a sport.
Really?
Now, if that's true, the big thing is, the big part of that video is guess what else is categorized as entertainment? The WWE. It's not categorized as a sport.
I don't see how you can even say that. It is a sport. It's one of the 4 major sports.
I know. This is,
And
again,
number
Pops,
one.
I told you before we started the show, and I apologize for interrupting you.
Yeah.
I said this was going to be controversial.
I got to see this again.
Mm-hmm.
I got to watch. I remember in the 4th quarter when they were going down the field, Kelsey got a big play, and he ran it down to about the 10-yard line.
And this is before that. I think this was actually the play before that, when they were giving a fresh set of downs.
Okay.
My big thing is, and that's why I'm putting it out there right now for if anybody that had noticed, if it was a first set of downs, see, that changes the scheme. Because if you're 1st and 10, you could take some chances down the field.
Sure.
2nd and 8, you might try to run the ball,
Right.
right?
Mm.
Keep the clock moving.
How come nobody else said nothing about this?
I think, again, they did on Michael K. You missed it because,
If that
you
was
changed
what
the
they
channel, you came back, you said you heard there was a that Don LaGreca said, I hope this shit isn't rigged.
Exactly. And he says.
And I
he goes,
think
I
that's-
don't think so.
That's what I think he's talking about. Because
Now I definitely got to watch that whole end of the 4th quarter.
look at it from within the 2 now, and I could actually. You have your glasses on you?
For what?
I stored it in the phone.
Yeah.
But I stored it under TikTok, and it comes through light. Now, I'll bring the volume up. I'll bring the volume up a bit.
Is TikTok accurate?
Again, these are videos. I've seen, again, 2 or 3 different where it's the same thing. It's not like somebody was able to edit the video. I mean, this one was off of somebody's TV.
It's the play right after this. 1st and 10 again. You got clearly over the line. So it's 1st and 10. They just blatantly cheated for the cheat. Yeah. Blatant. And I'm the only motherfucker that caused this shit. Look, it's 1st and 10 right now.
Now watch.
He gets it. All right.
He runs.
Like
2 yards.
2 yards. That'll be 2nd and 8.
Right.
Watch that.
This should be 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, right?
I remember the play now.
Okay?
Watch that.
Now watch when it comes back.
Second and 7, second and 8.
And they're watching it off the TV.
Oh, yeah. First and 10, it says.
First and 10. And this is something like if you guys are wondering what it is we're looking at, and I do apologize for that. Let me see if I can bring it up on screen for you so this way you guys can see what Pops and I just looked at. And you guys, for yourselves, tell us.
Now, I remember the play when he ran out of bounds, but I know he didn't get the first down.
Wait, hold on a second. No, he got like 2 yards.
Yeah, because he was running and he ran out of bounds. Stop the clock.
Let me just grab this real quick. I'm gonna capture my screen for you
Sophie
guys.
Snaz. I'm pretty.
And let me just get, what is this? Here. Profile. Okay. Now, what is this?
He got clearly over the line, so it's line of scrimmage.
I'm going to pause it. All right, we're going to pull this up for you, and this is Kerry White, Kerry Beatboxer White. This was one of the many that I'd seen that saw this same thing. So let's get a screen capture going for our audience. Okay. Pay close attention to where it normally says first and 10, right?
Okay, it's the play right after this. First and 10 again. He got clearly over the line, so it's first and 10.
They just blatantly cheated for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Blatant.
and I'm the only motherfucker that caught this shit. Look, it's first and 10 right now.
Watch it.
He gets it.
Right here.
All right.
Okay, so he
goes
runs
like 2 yards.
2
back.
yards. You see the
2
line of
yards.
scrimmage. You see the blue line.
Okay, so it says second down.
Says second
It should
down.
be second and 8, second and 7, right?
Second and 8, what it should be.
Watch that.
Then you see the Super Bowl logo come back over.
And watch it come up here.
And then when it comes back,
Second down.
it says first and 10.
Second and 7, second and 8.
Oh,
First and 10.
first and 10. These are people watching it at home. There's no way that they were sitting there and edited their TV screen. You know what I mean?
Line of scrimmage. Okay, it's the play
wanna see it
right
again?
after this.
No.
First and 10 again.
I just want to see what happened after that.
No, this is it. That's the clip right there.
Just that.
You're not going to see the next play. But so my big thing is this. That isn't the only video of this, and this is something, like I said, Pops.
I
This
don't
is
remember Jim Nance or Tony Romo even saying anything about that. You think they would have noticed
nobody.
it?
Well, again, like when you're looking at it, like at this point in the game, there's
they
a
know-
lot going on,
They know
right?
Downs, they're doing the game. They can't screw up.
Now here's the thing, but again, that adds even more layers to this story.
Yeah, if they didn't
Is
see it.
if they saw it, or if they knew something about this, and
You remember?
got
anybody say
something
anything about it?
something in their earpiece that says, "Don't say nothing."
Hmm.
It makes you think. Now there are
Conspiracy
shit.
theories.
I know it. I know, but Dad, you just saw it with your own eyes,
Yeah.
and you don't remember hearing nothing other than what you when you came back to the Michael Kay show and heard Don
Yeah.
LaGreca say, "Rigged."
Maybe they just screwed up and it was really second and 8, but it showed first and 10.
But now here's the thing. That's where this gets. That's what I want to know more about. Was anything mentioned later on, or did the refs let it run for Kansas City as a fresh set of downs? Because now you're giving this offense more time to kill time.
Yeah. Well, I don't see how that could possible because the ball is placed right. The referee's right. The linesmen are right there, where he went out of bounds. That's where the ball is. So the only thing I could say is whoever's doing the television screwed up. And
Yeah,
it was
but
really-
that's what we need to know, and that's what we, whoever's doing the television, if the next set of downs, even though it said fourth and down, was still marked there and still had the first down marker where it was, and not 2 yards further.
You know why I think TV could screw up? How many times have they screwed up the time, and the referee has to adjust the time?
No,
When
but
they let the clock
that's
keep
when
running.
it gets fixed. It makes me wonder now how many screw-ups haven't been fixed where...
Like I said, I got to watch this whole thing again.
Yeah, and please, like, you know, I mean, I wonder if I can catch it on YouTube, because I would love to pull it up later on tonight after the
I'd
show.
love to hear if anything was said by Romo and Jim Nantz.
It's something that I want you during the week to listen to, because you know the conversation this week is all about Super Bowl. All right? You know, one of the big conversations of our show tonight is this, Super Bowl 58. And really, I thought tonight we were going to be getting into conversations of, you know, just how exciting the game was, how close it was. Like, man, the 49ers almost pulled one out. The food, spread, Pop's Super Bowl picks.
The only difference is right now, after that play, you said you can't. They did get a first down.
They did get a first
They
down.
got more than 8 yards.
But here's the big, yes, they did. But now here's the big thing, is what I said before that, is when you have a scheme, these offensive coordinators have it, like when they're 1st and 10, they have a set of plays they're going to run. Right. If they're,
Maybe
third down conversions, that's what I want. I couldn't tell you. And you're 100% right. Maybe they didn't notice it. Maybe they did. Until we have actual evidence or proof or something that can be shown, like, oh, it was a mess up, I want to see the next set of... I want to see that set of downs. I want to see where the first down marker is, and I want to see where the line of scrimmage is. Because here's when you know you got a serious problem on your hands. If they did give him a fresh set of downs, so, okay, that 1st and 10, Mahomes runs the ball. The first down marker was, I forgot exactly where it was, but when we go back, because now I have something to compare it to, when we go back, if that initial first line marker is moved up 2 yards, that's a problem.
Like I said, I got
because then that really is a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. If it says 1st and 10, but it's really only 8 yards showing from the line of scrimmage to the first down marker.
Right.
And we both know that the first down marker and the line of scrimmage, it's a line put there by computers and stuff.
Right.
It can be off by a couple inches. It's not going to be off by 2 entire yards.
Yeah, it's a yellow line, and the blue line is the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
The yellow line is where they have to get to.
The first down marker.
Right.
So that's where I want to see, and this is something that, I want to look at afterwards. We can't really look at it now. I can't put that on the screen because the rights are not... We do not have the rights to show that, as far as I know. Yeah. Just even showing that clip right there was showing it from was Kerry White from his TikTok channel.
Okay.
And just a couple of seconds of footage right there. But now I got to go back. Now
I'm surprised I didn't notice it. I look at that every play.
I didn't catch it. I didn't catch
You
it
were busy
either.
talking and shit.
I was talking, but I was also looking at the clock, which is funny. I'm looking at the clock. I remember looking at the fucking TV and looking at the clock and just going, shit, they're eating up the clock. Did not notice that. Remember that play, was not paying attention to the downs. I was paying attention to the clock.
Okay. Like I said, I got to watch it again.
Yeah.
Hopefully they show it.
I'm going to watch it again, too, because I'm just as curious as you are.
Yeah.
I'm not over here making accusations, but these are the rumors out there right now, Pops. I want to get to the bottom of it just as bad as you do. I want answers, because I think the worst thing that could happen is, and this is where, and I say the worst thing that could happen is, because, even if that is the case, be like, well, it doesn't matter. Kelsey got more than 8 yards anyways. It's still a first down. And he did.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. Credibility goes in the toilet.
Or it was just a mistake.
Yeah. But if it shows That's the thing, Dad. If it shows it was supposed to be 2nd and 8, they put it 1st and 10, but if the line of scrimmage and the first down marker is 8 yards, then it's a mistake. If it's 1st and 10, and that's another thing I'm going to be paying attention to, is where the chains are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if the chains are still at 8 yards, but the yellow line is off, whatever. That doesn't matter because the players on the field, Mahomes, Kelsey, Pacheco, they can't see the yellow line. That's for us.
No. They know where
They see
gotta
the
go.
chain. Yeah, they know where the chains are. So if the chains are correct, then we can conclude that this was a technical error.
Now, one question. You said they gave him 1st and 10. I didn't see anybody moving the chains after he got his 2 yards.
Well, after he... See, that's interesting.
Yeah. I didn't see the referees on the sideline that carried the chains.
I didn't look at that, actually. I
was
didn't
watching.
notice that.
I didn't see them moving. They just showed after the play was over that he went out of bounds. They showed what yard line he was, but no chains were moved.
So, again, that's a problem because
When the
Mahomes...
chains were moved, then there's a problem. Because he didn't make a 1st down.
No, the chains didn't move, but... Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I think it's just a technical mistake on television.
I think it's something that regardless, we need to dive deeper. So this way, we could put a nail in the coffin and say, listen, this game was played legitimately. The NFL is not rigged, the whole 9, because you keep hearing it, and then you see. I've seen videos where I've looked at it and gone, I don't know about that. I think and as much as like I could sit there and go, well, that right there is perfect content for our show. At the same time, we've discussed it, dismissed it, let it go. Like, one of the biggest things that I think it's concerning to me, football is my favorite sport, ladies and gentlemen. And if it ever did get revealed in that sense that, okay, they can't rig the games in that way, but, the NFL can decide who's going to ref the games.
Yeah, he was one of the best.
Yeah. So I have a hard time.
He is the best.
I have a hard time believing that one of the best fucked up like that. I can believe, like what you said, is okay. The guy up in the booth with he made it was an error. He hit the wrong button. I can get behind that. The evidence that I think we're looking for right now, if those chains moved and it is a fresh set of downs, regardless of that play with Kelsey,
You got a problem.
that is a problem. Because now your credibility, I said credentials before, your credibility, that's the word I meant to say. Your credibility, it kind of gets a little fucked up here.
Well, most people that are gamblers have, for the last 50 years, think that Las Vegas controls the game because they're so good. Here's my example. 47.5 is the over and under. Final score is 47. Half a point.
And because it went into overtime.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
No, I know, but
The
like
final score is what counts.
again,
But
when
they know that?
could they know that? I don't even know if they could know that.
Everybody was talking about it.
It's
That
one
was
of
going to go into overtime before the game.
before the game started.
During a week, I heard, what if it goes into overtime again? A lot of people, because the spread was so low. 1.5, whatever, 2.5. They were talking. They said this is an even game. He says we think. A lot of people said this is going to go into overtime, and guess what? Who would have figured to block the extra point? Key to the game, which I said today when I listened to my K show. That was the key, because if it's 17-14, now they got to go for a touchdown. Set 16-13. Now they got to go for a field goal to get the tie. And guess what happened? Exactly that.
See that these are the things that again
How did they get
it really makes you scratch your head, and it's not like I highly doubt. I can't even get the fucking sentence out of my head because I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
It was cold.
I highly doubt if Vegas did have any influence, and the game, now another thing, the game's in Vegas. First time they said it would never be there. Here we are.
But they got it down pat. And
And
they don't do it one game or one season. They go back.
But just seeing, again, even the spread went back and forth. The one thing that never changed was 47.5.
No.
You told me, they're dropping it. They're giving 49ers.
The point spread went back and forth.
49ers are giving that 1.5.
Yeah. And then I think it went to 2.5 at the end.
Now here's where I think is interesting. It went back and forth how many times between that 1 point?
Oh my God.
You kept telling me on the walks.
Well, it started off at
2.5.
2.5, went to 1.5, back to 2.5,
back to 1.5,
then down to 1,
then down to 1,
and
then back to 2.5.
Yeah.
The spread changed 5 times, and
At least.
one thing you always
money.
One thing you always told me, it's where the money's going.
Yeah. If everybody's betting Kansas City, they're going to drop the spread. If everybody's betting Frisco, they're going to raise it a little bit.
That almighty powerful dollar has a lot of influence on that changing, because that's what I want to know is where was what was the highest amount of money placed on? Was it Kansas City? Was it 49ers?
It was the highest viewed Super Bowl since the Giants.
Again, when these things come out like that, and just hearing this, and like now you and I are starting to put together, and ladies and gentlemen, we're not putting together theories here. You've seen the visual evidence. Papa K is stating facts. We're not just saying this was the second Super Bowl to go into overtime, because it was. It was. Mm-hmm. It's not. There's no theory behind that.
Yeah.
These are cold hard facts.
That's when they changed the rule. When Brady scored, and Atlanta never touched the ball. Mm-hmm. So I disagree with what they said in 15, because there was never an overtime game. So it had to be the wrong date. They had to have said 17. Was the right time when they changed the rule with the other team.
2017 was the first.
Yeah, that was. Remember they were down 28-3.
How is it that something as big as the Super Bowl, that we're even we're screwing up dates?
Oh, I know the Super Bowl was 17 because my brother died that year.
Okay, yeah.
And I talked to him when that game was going on.
But this is what I mean is now. You said 2015. Was it 2015 because you heard that on TV?
That's what I heard today, yeah. But
2015.
They said they changed the rule after 2015.
After 2015.
Yeah.
They didn't say they changed the rule on 2015.
No, after.
Okay. I wanted to, because I thought that's when the rule changed. After, that makes sense. So it would make sense 2017. I just to me right now is right, Pops, are you not scratching your head going, something's off here?
And during the regular season, it's all different because they allow ties. And it's only 10-minute overtime and 2 timeouts. And I don't ever remember the referee saying a defensive touchdown ends the game.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Maybe they've said it all the time.
Well, hold on. Excuse me I do apologize. I just need to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. But I want to get back into this.
Yeah. Yeah, most interesting. What he just showed me, I missed it, I guess. So I gotta rewatch the whole damn game. And NFL Network has been showing it forever and ever. Today they showed all the Kansas City playoff wins. And I'm sure they'll do the Super Bowl again. Yesterday they showed the Super Bowl, I think, 4 times. 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, to 7 o'clock, to 10 o'clock. So we got to look into this, what he's referring to with that. They gave the Kansas City 1st and 10, which I think is just a mistake by the crew. But I got to watch it now. Now he's got me going. And I watched that game really carefully yesterday. We were having a party here, but my eyes were glued to the television, and I didn't spot that. I know every time there's a first down, that's the first thing I look at. I'm doing the game. I'm Jim Nantz doing the play-by-play. And I don't remember that. I remember him going out of bounds, and it was 2-yard gain, but that was it.
apologize about that. When you gotta go, you gotta go, you know? Alright. But yeah, so this is something I'm going to be doing some deeper diving tonight. I want to see if the game has been, shown on YouTube where they have like the highlights and stuff. Because specifically, I'm going to be narrowing in on that fourth quarter within 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, the last 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Because, if during that time, the short clip we watched, you said you didn't see the chains move.
They could have been on the other side of the field.
They could have at that point, yeah, because the clip ended the way where the camera panned off to the family.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the game itself, and I want to see, do they move the chains? Where is the yellow line? Is it 8 yards or is it 10 yards? If it's 10 yards, where's the chain at for the first down marker?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 8? Is it before 2 yards before the yellow line? Because if it's at the yellow line, we got a problem.
I don't think he even got anywhere near first down on that run.
Mm-mm.
I think that was 1st and 10.
You saw the you saw the video. He gained 2 yards. He ran 2 yards
Right.
out of bounds to stop the clock.
But-
And again, the only time the clock pops, is
Under 5
within
minutes.
under 5 minutes. I was going to say under 2, but
2 was in the first half.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So under 5 minutes, he runs out of bounds. The clock stops.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 1:38.
Something like that. Yeah.
So,
Because they let the clock run. They only called the timeout late to kick the field goal.
but after he ran those 2 yards, you saw him run past the line of scrimmage. He got about 2 yards.
Yeah.
They even said it was around 2 or 3. So it's either going to be 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 7.
Right.
That was not that was something everybody saw. They saw the line of scrimmage. I saw the line of scrimmage. We saw it. He ran out of bounds. I didn't pay no attention to the down marker because I was looking at the clock. Because I was like, okay, how much time will the 49ers have when they get the ball back if they tie the game with a field goal?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that, like, I'm going to take a look at it later tonight.
All right.
If you catch the game again,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck, we could look at it together. I could see before I bring you home, if you like.
Yeah, I don't want to watch the whole game.
No, I can fast forward that.
Oh,
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of this. I can just skip
I thought
ahead.
You're not allowed to show the game.
That's why we're not showing it here.
Well,
I'm not gonna show it on Twitch because I don't know how the copyright works there, and the NFL is a lot bigger than the Mr. Whiskers channel.
yeah, it's
And they could basically stomp me out like an old cigarette bud. Yeah, nice job, Wiz.
Yeah,
Right now,
we're worth 15 billion. You're worth 2 cents.
on a high day, yeah, 2 cents.
Well, we'll see.
But yeah, it's just like I said. Like afterwards, like when we're done with the stream, is what I'm saying is I could try to pull it up on YouTube here, and see if we can't find.
Will they have a volume? With
Yeah.
the announcers?
I'll have the announcers on. You'll be listening it through some of the best headphones.
Okay.
And speaking of which, we're getting a little beat up. Love these headphones though.
You have another pair, right?
I do.
So,
I don't know. Like I said, a little beat up. The quality is still great. I use the other set for when I'm mowing the lawn in the summertime and in the spring.
right.
I plug it into my iPod, and then I got that thing covering my ears. What I like about it, it's not the earbuds. It's not in my ears. It's way more comfortable.
It sounds great.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that is something I think, like I said, if, when we end the show and you want to take a look, we'll take a look together. This way we can determine together, do we have a problem? Because then you guys already know what we'll be bringing up next Tuesday.
NFL Access said nothing about it.
It's funny to me that the only thing that said anything, that possibly said anything about it, that we don't know, because at the time you had changed the channel real quick, as you stated.
If they were talking about that.
That's what I mean. Yeah, we don't know if that's what they were talking about,
They
but
talking about anything,
It's weird this road we're walking down right now.
Oh yeah, they could have been talking about the Knicks game. It was a horrible call at the end when the Knicks were tied against Houston yesterday, and the refs either blew it and didn't call it against Houston, and the Knicks wound up losing.
But what were they talking about before you changed the channel?
That's what I don't know.
Was it, because I'm going to
Could have
say,
been either one.
was it football?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now, the Tuesday after Super Bowl, I highly doubt anybody's really, no offense to the NBA, but the Super Bowl, like you just, one of the most watched this year, had the highest ratings.
That's what they said ever.
I'm thinking right now that the main conversation that you're going to hear all week is about Super Bowl 58, about the Chiefs, about the 49ers, about Andy Reid, about Brock Purdy, about Travis Kelce. Fuck, they might even throw some Taylor Swift in there. I think he proposed to her.
Did he? Didn't care.
I think they're engaged.
Oh, okay.
Which again, congratulations to the 49ers. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for putting on quite the show for everybody. I was so excited when it went into overtime because I'm like, it was the free football. I'm sure the people in the stands that, you know how much the tickets were going for? I think like the lowest I heard for one ticket, $8,000.
That's ridiculous. I heard the number of views. I don't know if they just threw that out because they said it was the highest viewed Super Bowl ever. I know initially it was the Giants 2007 because Patriots were 18-0.
Oh yeah,
And they were that was the highest.
history.
Yeah. They said, and I don't know if this was just a guess, and it sounds low, that 129 million people watched the Super Bowl Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah. That sounds low to me.
It does.
You know, think how many people there are. Don't forget, it's not just in the U.S. People are watching this around the world.
I know. We had a
That's
friend,
what-
Dr. Mofo. He was watching it in Australia.
Yeah. And by the way, they're going to Brazil this year. I think I told you.
Yeah, you told me a couple
Yeah,
weeks ago.
And England again. And probably Germany again.
So
Maybe Mexico again. They're trying to push football around the world.
yeah,
So
make it a global thing.
People saw Kansas City and Germany, right? Against the Dolphins. I guarantee you they were watching this game. They probably watching Kansas City against the Dolphins in the first playoff game, wild card. And they probably watched the Super Bowl.
Again, to just backstep to what we were talking about before. This is supposed to be a credible sport. We understand that referees, they make mistakes.
That's why you have the replays.
That's why we have replays, we have challenges. We understand
No
that
challenges in overtime, by the way. That's another rule.
No,
Everything is reviewed.
hear me out. We understand that they can make mistakes. But, again, if this was something in a regular season game, I don't see this being looked at as thoroughly. But for the Super Bowl,
I think you're wrong there. What if it's a game that team needs to get into the playoffs?
this
So
is true.
It is a big game. It is a big thing.
It is a big deal.
You know, every play.
I mean, listen, you're 110% right there, Dad. Like, I wasn't trying to undersell it in the sense of, but
Like it's not that important.
like it's like because in regular seasons you could in the regular season you could sit there in the beginning of the season and something like this happens and you go, you know what? There's still 13 weeks of football left.
Yeah. By the way, it's over.
I know. It makes me sad.
No, I'm a hockey fan, so.
But listen, I don't want to. I feel like let's not fast forward to that real quick. But this is the Super Bowl. This is the biggest game in football.
Yeah.
The two teams, the best teams in the league, facing each other
Right.
in Vegas. Never played before in Vegas. The Super Bowl, first time ever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on there that start to make things sound suspicious. And now they're pushing for this to be global. You know how much that would be a shot in the foot if somehow evidence of this turned out that, they fucked up? And you have people that are tuning in right now, watching this in different countries, and then looking at it and going, you can't get fucking 2 yards right?
That's why I don't think I don't think they messed up. I think somebody technically messed up. I don't think the referees messed up, because I think you would have heard a lot more.
I think so.
Yesterday, you would have heard a lot more.
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really think that something like that could just be swept under the carpet.
No.
You know, one of the things I do believe is, if this was serious, I'll give you a prime example of why, you know, if this was something that was notable, and like the video I just showed you, I have it marked. Mm-hmm. If that video disappears and is taken down, now you start questioning. Yeah. Got Irasimi in the chat saying there's evidence that Josh Allen is the biggest threat to Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to say what he really wrote, but Irasimi, what's happening?
Unfortunately, Patrick keeps beating him.
It's true.
It's just like getting by Michael Jordan. You know, Knicks could never win because Michael Jordan was in the way. Brady, always in the way. You know, of Buffalo, of the Jets, of who else is it? Miami.
Dolphins, you know, the whole nine.
At the time, always in the way for 20 years.
Irasimi, did you see that? Did you watch Super Bowl 58 Sunday? Irasimi says, yeah, it's the Bills coaching. Your dad is right.
Yeah.
You know, this.
Well, unfortunately, the kicker missed the kick. That hurt.
I know, that definitely sucked.
You know, I mean, Mahomes could have ran them down the field anyway. There was under 2 minutes to go.
It doesn't take away other players' greatness, of course. No. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen is by far one of the most talented quarterbacks I've ever seen.
That's why I'd love to see him get there.
This man has literally carried the Bills on his shoulder, especially during the end of this regular season.
Yeah. 5 straight games they won.
5 straight games, like they were considered out of it. They were considered out of it.
6-6, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and like you said, he put the team on his shoulders, you know, and the rest of the team was great too. That kid, the running back, Cook, I think.
Oh, Dalvin Cook?
No, not Dalvin.
Not Dalvin Cook.
No.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It is Cook.
It's his brother.
Diggs really started, pulling it together.
Did not much in the playoff, though.
Mm-hmm.
That was all Josh Allen. Remember, he scored 2 touchdowns running it in.
We got Irasimi saying, I'm from Buffalo if it wasn't apparent. Fellow New Yorker, hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, we would love to see Buffalo get there, you know, unless the Giants do it, but, well, the Giants could face Buffalo.
Well, actually, we were going to take, Broski was talking about he was trying to take a trip up there. I just couldn't get any time off.
No, it's too far.
I'd love to go to Bills Stadium, hang out with the Bills Mafia.
Freeze to death.
I'd be fine. I got the jacket.
Yeah.
I got a jacket.
You know what was the coldest game?
I got a jacket, and I'll wear my fucking Giants jersey over
the
it.
wild card game between Kansas City and Miami. That was the coldest of any of the other games. You know, they thought the Raven game or the Buffalo game. No, not even near.
James Cook.
James Cook, all right.
Thank you, Irasimi.
Oh, yeah. No, he was damn good at the end. In the beginning, I remember McDermott took him off the field because he fumbled.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that game against Denver. You know, on the first play, he fumbled. And he sat him down for almost like a quarter or two. But
I want to ask Irasimi, you know, what we were talking about. I don't know if you just jumped in, to the stream, or if you've been hanging out, just had us in the background and whatnot. But Pops and I were talking about this, this play that happened. Did you see anything about this, Irasimi? With Mahomes, within the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, running 2 yards. It should have been 2nd and 8, and they marked it as 1st and 10. Did you see that play? Because one of the things we're trying to get to the bottom of right now, because they sit here, they're talking about the NFL being rigged. I'd love to sit here and prove it wrong. And just like you said, it was a technical difficulty.
I think so. I think the guys on the field had everything right.
Yeah. And just like, again, the electronics. You seen that? Did they move the chains and make it 1st and 10? I think they only marked it like that by the broadcast. Okay. But again, that's a think. I'm assuming on the field it was right. Okay. I still want to go back because it wouldn't take long to fast forward to that later.
No, you can show the whole field.
Yeah, well, at that point, like, yeah, I can pause and I can put shit in slow motion.
All right. We'll see if we can get it up there later on.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I think, again, I agree with you, but the fact of, like, looking at 3 different videos that brought it up,
Maybe making a mountain out of a molehill.
right, I think that could be the case. I really,
Yeah, if you're a Frisco fan, who would love to say, "Oh, the game was fixed,"
well, even then, like, just the big...
I hope not.
You don't want to see the credibility of the NFL. Again, football, to me, one of the greatest sports out
2 years ago, we argued about the horrible refereeing in Cincinnati and KC.
And that wasn't even like,
How did they miss those calls?
That's I know, that is a question.
3 guys being held.
And the line judges are sitting there literally watching
3 guys.
Watching it.
Burrow gets rolled over, upside down. No roughing the passer. Mahomes gets pushed. Roughing the passer.
And again, and then in that game, there was money on it as the head ref later on admitted. He stated he did not know that his son had put a rather large sum of money on the game.
Which he should never have said, by the way.
Well, once they figured that out, now that's when you are going to get questioned.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know nothing about it. The officials are investigated. If there's any kind of hanky-panky going on, you're going to know about it.
Got Irasimi says, I don't remember, but I do remember tons of holds on Chiefs that were not called. Chiefs offensive line had most holding calls in the regular season. Magically had 0 the entire second half. Maybe the whole game.
I'll give credit to the referee there. He let them play. Because you can call holding on almost every damn play.
Yeah, but what he's saying is that they didn't get any holding calls, and there were holding calls on the 49ers.
There wasn't a lot of penalties in that game, let's face it. They let him play. You saw a couple of false starts, a couple of holdings, but there wasn't like this team.
The horse collar, that was obvious.
Right. You didn't get 90 yards penalties and this 80 yards. No. They let him play. Which happens sometimes in the Super Bowl. Unless it's obvious where they're grabbing the jersey. You
see the shit stretched
face
out.
Mask,
The neck turning from a face mask.
And, that's the obvious. But I'm pretty sure, and I'm not an official, but I think they let it go a little bit more in the big games.
And we have been noticing that towards the end of the playoffs.
They let them play.
It was not something where all of a sudden they had been strict up into the Super Bowl and just laid back.
Mike Bass missed the field goal for the Buffalo Bills. Ref said nothing to do with that. It was a makeable field goal.
Yeah.
I think it was 42 yards. I know it was rough weather, but
I was sitting there and I was like, please.
it was a great game.
It was an incredible game.
I would have loved to seen it tied at 27 and see what happens then.
And again,
Maybe it does go. Maybe Mahomes runs down the field and beats you again. Maybe there's a turnover.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't score and we go into OT again. Stuff like that. But once he missed that kick and he got the first down, Buffalo had no more timeouts. And I hated to see that game end with the knee. God, that drives me crazy. How many times have I told you I wish they would eliminate that?
We saw it back-to-back weeks with the Chiefs.
Yeah. Eliminate that. Make them run a play.
You'll never see it because there's no reason to. And then if you try to enforce that, they're going to tell you, well, that you're also now you're getting involved with player safety because there's no reason for them.
They're killing each other the whole game. Come on,
Dad. Now let's say there's 30 seconds on the clock, and it's timing down, and the other team has no timeouts, and it's first down, and then you run a play in the AFC Championship, and your star running back blows out his fucking ACL.
I don't look at it that way because
You should because it is a violent sport.
But you're playing the whole game.
What if it happened to the Giants? What if Saquon Barkley gets a concussion?
It does happen in the left.
I know, but I'm just saying is then you would sit there. Would you not change your mind about that and go, man, they should have taken a knee?
I hate that play. I've been saying it for 10 years.
I don't know, man.
It's not long. No, it's just me. That's just me. I know they're never going to change it.
Yeah.
I think it ruins the end of the game.
I agree with you. 110%.
Make them run the ball. All you have to do is run the ball and still kill the clock.
Hold on a second. Irasimi, let me catch up a second, Dad. I got a couple. Let me just catch up.
Okay.
Irasimi says, I'm glad they let them play a bit. I messaged Bass after he missed, told him to leave town. Told him we have zero happiness in Buffalo. And he took what little we had away. Just let your dad run the NFL already. He knows what needs to be done. I agree with him. I mean, this man has been watching the Super Bowl since Super Bowl I to now. I mean, Pops, if you were to make any changes in football, if you were to take over the NFL right now, I know it's not, obviously it would never happen. They're not going to take a bunch of guys.
There'd be a bunch of rules I'd change.
Give me your top 5.
Kickoff.
You bring it back?
Bring it back 10 yards. They were talking about it today. They said, you know what they're trying to say? Don't even kick the ball off. Just put the ball on the 25. Yeah. Because 90%, if not more, go to, it's a touchback. What I just said about taking a knee. I changed that. I know it will never happen.
No, it's not about what would happen.
What I want.
What you want to happen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Bring me back like the kickoff, most exciting play I thought, and a chance for the other team to maybe tie the game or take the lead. But now 25, automatic. Let's see. Oh. Hands to the face with the offensive and defense.
I was waiting for you to say it.
Automatic penalty, automatic first down. But a running back or receiver can get the ball and go right to the guy's face.
And lift it up.
Lift his head.
And lift it up.
Why is that not a penalty and when the other ones are? Come on. Change that rule. That's stupid. Make it even. Put it that way. Either make it no penalty or everybody gets penalized.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be everybody because it is bad. When I see his head going up,
you could tweak somebody's fucking neck.
Break
That's
their
his
neck.
spine.
Yeah. What's up? That's 3, right?
Yeah.
You want 5. Oh.
No. I'd say, because you said you had a bunch, I was narrowing it down to your top 5. So you don't got to go anymore.
Oh.
But just if you want to.
The holding call. Defensive holding. Offensive holding is 10 yards automatically. Defensive holding is 5 yards, but an automatic first down. That I disagree.
You change that?
I would change that in a heartbeat. Sometimes it's 3rd and 30, and the guy gets held. Automatic first down.
So you would you just make it the 5 yards that it,
Or go back to the old rule, 15. Holding used to be 15 yards.
15. If you get the first down out of it, you get the first down out of it. If not,
like I said, if it's 3rd and 30 or 3rd and 20, and you get the holding call, it's only 15. You didn't get the first down. That automatic first down is crap. Believe me, I've seen it. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it. I'm sure you have.
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen it a bunch.
3rd and 18, 3rd and 20.
And like you said, a holding call you could almost find in every play.
Yeah. And here's the guy, the defender, grabbing the guy's jersey like this, and also changes the whole game.
It does.
Where the other team
again, we talked about schemes and things like that. Now you change the game plan because you're giving me a fresh set of downs. I'm going to run the ball down. You throw it twice. It's going to impact your defense. It's going to weaken them a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go for quick slants to my fucking tight end who's going to get my first down.
Another one. They got to be with the referees. Got to be more lenient with roughing the passer. I'm sorry.
It's getting too dramatic now.
They just showed the game with Miami, where Mahomes threw the ball. It was incomplete, and the guy he's coming full force, and he pushes him. He tosses him like 10 yards. Roughing the passer. Ball was already gone. He couldn't stop himself. 15 yards.
But even then, up to some discretion. I could see, okay, you shoved him and he went flying 10 yards. If he actually went flying and didn't try to, dramatize it, then I could see, okay, you were trying to make a point.
Yeah.
But there have been times where we've seen linebackers come in on a blitz, hit the quarterback in the midsection, but bring him down, cradle him to the ground, like they knew.
That's still a personal foul.
And they were like, that's roughing the passer.
I could see when you hit him helmet to helmet. Or even if you smack him like Mahomes got smacked in that one game.
Oh, yeah, now it's obvious.
That's obvious. Yeah.
The Ravens
when
game.
When the defensive lineman is running at you and you got the ball off and he can't stop himself, he is taught to get you and tackle you and hit you hard. If he's not hitting your helmet or he's not chop blocking.
No, if he's hitting your midsection
Yeah.
and he's coming down with you.
Stop with that pile driving shit.
Enough.
You know? He can't stop himself.
We got Irasimi says, if I took over the NFL, every team is mandated to have cheerleaders.
I like that rule, by the way.
Oh, God. Come on, man.
Oh, my God.
They all must dress similar to Dolphins cheerleaders no matter the weather. Jesus. This includes the negative 15-degree game. So we're just going to have a bunch of women out there getting frostbite?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
No, I've seen cheerleaders, but they wear gear, you know. Not like the Cowboys cheerleaders. Well, it's usually warm there. And it's a dome.
Dallas.
And it's a dome.
He also states, he makes a good point, but I like when Josh Allen stiff arms the beta males. I got one I'm really passionate about. Throwing balls on purpose just for a pass interference call, and then you get the ball where it could have been caught. That's the dumbest part of football. If the games are ever fixed, that's how easy it is. If there's 10 seconds left and Mahomes can launch, it's 60 yards downfield and get a questionable pass interference call, and they win the game. I mean, fucking A, man. Irasimi.
And this year they lost the game because they didn't get the call.
I wish you were here right now. That is another. I would high five you so hard.
Yeah, remember with Scanlon?
It would be roughing the audience. Ah! I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
I like a lot of the plays where they don't call the interference. They give the defender a chance.
Yeah.
If they're both going for the ball, even if there's contact. But when it's obvious, when a guy's like slamming him and he has his head back,
He's not playing the ball.
No, he's got his
when
head
he's not. Yeah, when he's playing the receiver,
guaranteed,
right?
Yeah, guaranteed. That's a penalty.
But I
Face guarding,
fuck,
they
man,
used-
I couldn't agree with that more.
They used to call it face guarding in my day. They don't call that anymore. Yeah.
Like yeah. No, I remember, yeah, and that was back. I remember plays.
Chop block.
It was what was it? It was a playoff game. It was the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints, I think.
Okay.
And it happened so many times in the final minutes of that game.
Okay.
Where I do believe that it cost it either cost the Cowboys or it cost New Orleans. It cost New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
I forgot which one that was.
Oh, well, Breeze
how many
threw
years
the ball
ago?
to the right side.
Yes.
The guy got rocked, and then they called it.
He called nothing,
No.
and he's going for it was like a 15, 20-yard pass over the top. And this guy,
Slammed.
I think it was the Cowboys. No, he was chasing after him. He realized he got beat.
Okay.
And just started doing this without playing the ball. And his hands hit the ball out.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
He wasn't playing. You're not playing the ball.
No, that should be a penalty. But the one play I was talking
Like
about.
you said, face guarding, right?
That's what they used to call it, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
Receiver's trying to fucking grab it, and
The
this guy's like this.
The defender has to be looking and playing the ball, too.
Exactly.
If his back is to the ball, it's going to be a penalty almost every time. And it should be.
It's a shot.
Take a break.
Oh shit! I didn't realize what time it was. Yeah, we do got to take our first break. I'll put the trivia out there. How's that?
Good.
Let me just catch you up here. Sometimes QBs purposely underthrow deep balls because that's how you get pass interference calls. Because the defender doesn't get his head around. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more, man. That was the worst playoff call ever. You know which one I'm talking about, right? That shit was yeah. And it's not. I'm not saying that because I'm a Giants fan and I don't care for the Cowboys. Honestly, I don't care for the Saints either. Like either team, it's not my team. I just love watching football, and I love the entertainment factor of it. I love the competitiveness of it, and I love the talent that these players showcase. I mean, when you see fucking plays like that, it just literally makes you want to slam your head into the door and go, "Please stop with this fucking bullshit." But anyways, we're going to take a quick break. Take this time now to get yourself a beverage, maybe a snack, and we have a trivia question. I believe we meant to post this last week. We never got around to it. It was just a lot of conversations.
It's gonna be an easy one.
Who do you want the QB Giants next year?
Ooh, Daniel Jones.
No, but now Irasimi's asking us who do we want?
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I'm going to Danny Dimes.
They didn't draft anybody. They drafted a wide receiver and an offensive tackle so far. Smart.
I honestly think, and here's the trivia question, by the way. The only thing we ask, don't look it up. Make a chat. You know, you ask your family, call a friend. Just don't Google it. I mean, it's not like you're gonna win anything anyways, but just challenge. This is a challenge.
It's an easy one.
Name the 3 quarterbacks that won 14 or more playoff games. Irasimi says, what about Tommy Cutlets and his mafia agent?
Nah.
I don't want to get rid of Cutlets, though.
Yeah, he's gone. I'll be shocked if he's the backup. Because Tyrod Taylor's gone. They're not going to sign him.
Mm-mm.
Him I like. Because he's an experienced guy.
Yeah, he's an experienced guy, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Now that you got Danny Dimes and Cutlets showed some grit.
Yeah, if they give him time.
If they give him time, if you give him to sit on the sidelines and take more of the game in.
Cool. I mean, you know Daniel's going to get hurt again. Let's face it.
So, I mean, I don't want to get rid of Tommy Cutlets. I honestly think
they
that
don't have to pay him, but if somebody offers him, like
he's gone.
Couple of mil,
He's gone.
To be a backup, he's gone.
But again, I'm just answering your see me right here, and this is what I like to see. Danny Dimes stays in as the Giants quarterback. You know, Cutlets secondary.
Yeah.
All right. Give this kid some time to analyze, to talk with Daniel Jones, to learn the game, to get his feet deeper into the water. This way, you know, he knows how to deal with certain situations, certain reads.
And you got to resign Saquon.
Of course.
Yeah. Are they going to franchise him again, or are they going to give him a couple-year deal? You know, I know McCaffrey deserves the money. He's phenomenal.
Oh, hold on. Irasimi's already putting out for the trivia question.
Right.
Brady,
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Montana.
Got it.
Well, there's the trivia question, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck, man, that was awesome,
I
Eric.
told you it'd be easy. I don't know if he would have got Montana right, but the other two was snap.
Oh, man, you crushed it.
Yeah.
Even Glove Clan in the chat. This is Brady, Mahomes, Montana. Okay, that was an easy. We'll come up with some more difficult ones.
How about I give him the one we did Sunday? Who threw the most touchdowns in the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah.
And how many?
You heard it from Papa K right here.
Who threw the most touchdowns in a Super Bowl game and how many? They couldn't get it.
No, I still don't know.
I gave you the answer.
I don't remember it.
Okay.
It was Super Bowl Sunday. I was,
Yeah, well,
I might have been
Lou.
partying a little bit.
Lou, when I gave you the initials, he goes, damn it.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere, meow. The show ain't over yet.
Oh my God, it's almost 8.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. You're watching the Pops and Wiz SportsCast. We're your host. My name's Mr. Whiskers. To my right, Papa K.
Take it easy.
Ha 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 ha.
Take it easy.
But wow,
Hey,
All
what's
right.
the best Super Bowl you ever saw?
the best Super Bowl I ever saw from the time when I started watching football with you. Of course,
Giants.
it was the Giants against the undefeated Patriots in 2007. It was a Cinderella story.
Yeah.
You know, it was one of those things where, like, it was that last regular season game against the Patriots. We lost 37 to 34.
38-35.
38-35. I was close.
Mm-hmm.
And I was blown away by that game.
We had that game too.
And I when we went into the playoffs, I was like, man, we're going in as, like, every game was an away game, and the teams that we had to face, I sat there and I was like, this is. I mean, if we get out of round one and just put up a fight in round two,
Yeah, we did.
I would be.
All three close games.
I'd be thrilled with that to make it to.
Go ahead.
Come on, man.
Well, any other ones?
Come
besides
on,
that?
man. I'm just trying to answer your question.
All right.
And, like, to get to Super Bowl and to face the Patriots again, and the Giants winning by 3 points after losing by 3 points at the end of the regular season.
Remember Strahan?
Yeah. 17-14.
No, before that.
You believe it? It will happen.
When they lost at 38, he went like this. We'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget that.
Well, we got, let's see, what quarterback is the only quarterback to ever have 40-plus touchdowns in 4 consecutive seasons? That's my question to you guys. Ooh. Then we got Sweaty in the chat. Yo, what up? Loving my snow day.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, you and I both, Sweaty.
Yeah, me too.
I was sitting there, though. I had, like, that moment. Well, for me, I had that moment where I was like, I don't like driving in the snow.
Yeah, me either.
But, like, I was fully ready to, like, I was prepared mentally to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And it is something I will bring up to my boss. Because, like, when you love your job, you never work a day in your life, right? Mm-hmm. And I really do enjoy being at work. I love my team. I love my manager and and just the management there.
You're one of few.
It's
Majority of the United States population don't like their job. Most stay for the money, but they hate their job.
I'm like, that's how I'm gonna bring up to John. Like, yo, if I throw you a couple bucks and he's got a truck,
In the future.
In the future, we got another snowstorm. I'm not far from the job. Like, I'm gonna mention it to him tomorrow. Be like, hey, if I throw you a couple dollars, could you come pick me up? And then I'll just figure out how to get home. Like, by that point, maybe the roads will be better, and I could call you or somebody. But that's something I'm gonna pitch to him
about
tomorrow.
that question. There's 3 guys I can tell.
We got Dr. Mofo in the chat.
Australia?
Yeah, what up, bro and pop? What's
Wow.
happening, Mofo?
Yeah, it's probably early morning there already.
Yeah.
12 hours, right?
Yeah, I think it's 13, 14-hour time difference.
14 hours? Okay, so it's... Shit. It's almost noontime there.
Yeah. What's happening, man? How you doing, motherfucker? It's good to see you, brother. We got here to see me saying we got 8 feet. I shoveled the Bills Stadium so they could have playoff game versus Steelers.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, they postponed that game.
Yo, here to see me. You were in the stadium, my man.
Yeah, I remember seeing people doing that.
That had to be an incredible
Did
feeling.
he give that trivia question?
Here to see me, yeah.
Peyton Manning?
Was it Peyton Manning?
If not, I got 2 more guesses.
He's got 2 more.
I know Peyton threw 50-something.
Yo, I'm always saying, what up? Nothing much, man. We just been talking about the Super Bowl. Just having a good chit chat with everybody. It's been quite the show already.
It was another great Super Bowl, by the way. Last year was a good one.
Oh, Irasimi. Okay, Irasimi told me who it is, but he says let him guess. All right, I ain't gonna tell him. But no, it was. Who'd you say?
Peyton Manning?
No.
Drew Brees.
Nope.
Brett Favre.
Nope.
Holy shit.
Okay, hold on. I'm thinking of the number. You had said Peyton Manning before?
Yeah. He said 40.
Peyton Manning was number 18, right?
Yeah. We saw that yesterday. Oh, Sunday, rather.
You were close when it came to, you're just a little bit off with the number. Wrong name, wrong number, but you were close. Okay. I gave him that. Here, see me. I gave him that much. I did that's as much of a hint as I'll give him. I think it was fair, right? That was fair.
All right. 40 touchdowns, 4 years in a row, he said?
What quarterback is the only quarterback to ever have 40-plus touchdowns in 4 consecutive seasons?
Jim Kelly?
Nope.
Wow. He was damn good, too.
Can I give him another hint, Irasimi?
No more hints.
No.
I know it's not Mahomes.
No.
He didn't have that this year. Oh. Great quarterbacks, right? I know it's not Eli.
Irasimi says, yes, he needs hints. Okay, I'll give you this hint. This doesn't give too much away. It's not that far back. This is more recent.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with saying that, I feel like that's your last hint.
Mm-hmm. Recent,
Recent. I told you you had, you were close with the quarterback number. And again, repeating that, Peyton's number was 18.
Mm-hmm.
You were 1 off from the number.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got Passion in the chat. What up, Passion? Definitely preferred last year's game over this one. What?
I don't know. Last year was exciting. 38-35.
I mean, that was exciting. It was. It was an exciting game.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly,
This went to OT, so...
Overtime, the second overtime ever to happen in the Super Bowl.
Not Aaron Rodgers.
No. Aaron Rodgers was number
12.
12. Yeah, I said you were 1 off with the number.
Oh, okay. Montana?
No, I said recent.
Oh, you said recent.
You don't listen to anything I say, do you?
Nah.
Nah, you just say,
It's got to be 16 or 19. The number, because you said I was 1 off. 17 or 19. Brady?
No. Brady was 12.
That's right, yeah. Forgot about that. Recent. Not Roethlisberger.
Mm-mm.
Man, how many great quarterbacks are we talking about? Shit.
They were seeing me. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how much more I could help them.
No, don't. I'll figure it out.
Record just was made this year. This was the 4th year in the 4th consecutive. I didn't give you the hint. Irasimi gave you the hint.
Oh, okay. Holy shit.
Now, this is his trivia question, so he can give you the hints. I
Sure.
can read that.
No. No, he's
But
number
no.
9.
Yeah. Just think you're throwing names out there. Think
Well, I'm
about
thinking
it.
about great quarterbacks.
Great
That
quarterbacks.
throw the ball a lot.
This is the only quarterback that has done this ever.
Dak? No, he's number 3, I think.
He's going through 'em.
I
Think
don't-
of the numbers.
I know. I don't know all the numbers of the quarterbacks. That's
You
the
should
problem.
know this one.
No, I probably will, but I don't want the answer. I'll just keep guessing. I guess 10 times and I'm wrong.
The TDs, the TDs are passing and rushing combined.
Mm.
Does that help?
Not Lamar.
Mm.
No, he never threw 40 anyway.
And again, what's Lamar's number?
I have no idea.
Lamar was it not Lamar 14?
Don't know.
No, what's Lamar's actually? Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't pay that much attention to it.
Lamar's 8. Thank you, Jimmy.
All right.
He's a passing quarterback. He's a rushing quarterback. He does this. He's getting again 40 plus touchdowns in 4 seasons.
Wow.
Man carries the team on his back.
I said Josh Allen, but
No, you didn't.
no. It's not him anyway.
It is
Josh Allen?
number
He threw-
17.
He threw 40 this year?
And here, me just said this season
Oh,
that
wow.
passed.
I should have got that right away because he's a Buffalo guy. Damn. I didn't know he threw
Josh
40.
Allen's number 17.
Yeah, I didn't know he threw 40.
Combined, not through. Combined. That's again
Yeah,
the hint.
rushing
and
yeah,
passing.
because he does rush for quite a few. Wow.
Fucking great question though, here, me. Honestly,
That's a good one.
if you didn't put it in chat for me to see, that would have taken me a second to figure out as well.
I should have thought.
I think I would have gotten it after some of those hints.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You kept going back. Montana,
Yeah, I know.
Brady.
I went back too far. Well, Brady's not too far back. But when you said 4 years this year, I didn't
Consecutive.
know that. I still didn't know that he did that.
Yeah, the
I
guy's a
should've thought-
beast.
Well, he runs for like 7, 8 a year.
Yeah.
And then he throws 32 or better. Was
Um,
that Stephon Diggs?
He threw 28 and rushed for 15. Wow. 15 is also the NFL record for most rushing TDs in NFL history. Damn, bro. Tied with Jalen Hurts.
Wow. There's
Oh,
another guy who runs.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't go with his name.
Love it.
Wow.
Here, me. Thank you for that question, brother. Appreciate you. Passion says the Chiefs winning 2 years in a row is really something, though. I mean,
They're going for 3-peat now. Brady didn't make it. Montana didn't make it.
the Chiefs would be the first one to do it,
Ever? To
Yeah.
win 3 in a row, yeah. Not to get to 3 in a row.
but to win 3 in a
To
row.
win 3 in a row. Jim Kelly got to 3 in a row, but he lost everyone.
I love how we're already talking about the Chiefs going to Super Bowl 59.
Well, they said it today. They had Mahomes on the interview on the Pat McAfee show,
Yeah.
and they asked him a ton of questions, and one of them came up. Are you thinking about a 3-peat? He goes, we're just thinking about putting the best team on the field and winning again. If it happens, it happens. It's really hard. And he was correct. Good answer.
That was a great way to answer that question.
Frisco, Miami, all the teams that won 2 in a row.
But again, like,
It's
passion, you ain't wrong. Like, to win 2 in a row,
That's hard.
the Chiefs are now, Pops, you said they're the 9th team to do it in NFL history.
And the last one was Brady, 20
Yeah.
years ago. 20 years ago. You know, that's a long time. You know, so many different. There's so much Tiki Baba said parity in the NFL, because every year here comes another guy that you don't know about that's really good. You know, that's why it's so hard to do. Everybody's contemplating on Buffalo, Kansas City, obviously the Ravens, you know, Frisco, because they're going to be the top 4 teams in the league, because they're young. But can like a Trevor Lawrence come around?
This
Can,
is some
Justin
Jalen Hurts. Not Jalen Hurts. Justin Herbert.
You know, guys like that. You know, can they? Can Aaron Rodgers, believe it or not, get the Jets back after 55 years?
That's something and that was something I was excited about as a football fan this season. Like talking to my buddy Brian, he's a diehard Jets fan.
Yep.
And, the back and forth with him, and, I really had my doubts about Aaron Rodgers, older quarterback, coming to the Jets, and everybody's sitting there going, he's the answer. And I'm like,
Me. I said he's going to get hurt. I didn't think he'd get hurt on the fourth play.
I would love, for the simple fact of just, because I really do feel like, and I said this to Brian, I said, buddy, it feels like Brett Favre all over again.
He's old now. He's going to get hurt.
He's going to get hurt. But even then, it's like, can he do for this team what it is your expectation is? I don't see it. The fluke with the Achilles heel, that sucks. That sucks. And to see two really good quarterbacks go down like that with Aaron Rodgers, and then later on in the season, Kirk Cousins for the Minnesota Vikings, And the Vikings were on quite a tear at that time.
Yeah, they were winning.
And, to see Kirk Cousins go down like that sucked. Mm-hmm. To see Aaron Rodgers go down 4 plays into the season for the Jets, that sucks.
Speaking of...
I want to see him do this. I apologize, Dad.
Go.
But I want to see him come back, and I want to see him play an entire season for the Jets and see... I want to. I'm just saying. That's what I want to see. And just to see what could he do with this offense with Wilson, this wide receiver, he's doing phenomenal.
Offensive line, that's
big
your
thing.
issue.
It is a big thing.
Lamar was the MVP, by the way.
I mean, the man threw a fucking pass to himself. I get it. that was one of the craziest things I saw in the playoffs. He throws the ball, gets deflected, flying up in the air, runs and catches it, and they're like, wow. When you talk about a guy that literally is like doing it all himself, he's just like, huh.
Still wasn't enough.
That was one of the most wild plays I've ever seen.
He threw a crucial interception, and that kid, Zay Flowers, I think, fumbled on the one. That was
Number
the game.
4.
Four.
Zay Flowers.
That was the game.
He fumbles on the one, but then he gets that great catch, putting him in the red zone, and then instigates taunting, and brings him back 15 yards to the 30, 35, 36.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. A rookie mistake. Here's another guy that's the star of the game.
Irasimi says, who was the head coach of the 1986 New York Giants football team?
Bill Parcells.
Easy. Giants started the 1990 season and decade off with a bang. Which team did they defeat in Super Bowl 25?
Bills.
In regards to Rodgers, no quarterback is surviving behind that O-line.
That's what I said.
And that was all from Irasimi right there.
Yeah. They're not going to survive. He's not going to survive. He's going to get hurt. And he doesn't run like he used to. He could run years ago, but not at 40 years old.
And we got Irasimi saying, damn it, he's good. Talking about you.
Oh. Talking about the Giants. That I know a lot about.
This is one of the fun things Irasimi. And one of the...
Irasimi, who quarterbacked the Giants in the Super Bowl? In 91.
In 91?
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
All right.
But you remember there is a 7-second delay, so I'm going to give it time for Irasimi
Okay.
to come up with it. He says, I have no clue. I was born in 91.
Oh, okay. He's a youngster.
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
Phil Simms?
Nope.
No? Fuck!
He got hurt.
Kurt Warner?
No, he wasn't there yet.
He was later.
He came when the year when Eli,
Mm-hmm.
in Eli's era, Eli sat behind him.
Fuck, I was like so certain of that.
Mm-hmm.
91.
Mm-hmm. I forgot right now. I'm gonna brain for it.
You brain... Okay.
Yeah, but I know it.
have no idea.
No. Okay. Well, let's see if they know. He won't know. It was 1.
Passion says, yeah, I was too young to catch that one. Oh, shit, I was 4.
Yeah. That's right. It'll come to me.
I was turning 4 that year.
That's right. Yeah. That's what
I wasn't even 4 yet.
I know you were born in June.
Math is hard. I had to think about that. It's been a couple of moments lately. They'd be like, how old are you? And I'm like, I got this. I've been around me this whole time.
I can't believe I knew the question, I knew the answer, and now I forgot it. That's old, right? That's senile?
No. No, there's a lot of different things going on at once right now in this room.
My head now, so I know. That's
All
how
right,
I do
so
it.
what? So we'll get it by next Tuesday?
Hopefully by tonight.
And that's it. And I love how Pop started. He's like, who? Where's the quarterback? Like, and you had. I know at that moment you had it. And then, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah.
Just
It's
forgot what I was
Alzheimer's
thinking. See, I had the name of this QB, but now that memory it just left me.
Oh wow, poet laureate.
What did you just say?
Poet laureate. That means the guys that can rhyme sentences.
Oh, just
A poet laureate is a.
is that what I am?
What you just did. Is
I do that a lot.
you just yeah.
I'm a
this
poet
guy-
laureate.
Guy that rhymes songs or poetry. Writers do that. Guys that song like Billy Joel, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they rhyme. One line goes into the next line, and it rhymes.
I'm a poet laureate.
That's what they call it. Yeah.
Fucking baga.
Yeah.
That means in Italian, ouch. Your dad is playing you.
No, not. It's a fact. I learned that in school.
Are you trolling me or see me?
Poet laureate is the guy that writes music, poems, and rhymes.
I was gonna say, listen, come on, man, take it easy on me, bro. Passion says my favorite Super Bowl was 2007.
Yeah, yeah.
Cheers to that,
I
bro.
gotta say that too. And the Giants were in 5, but that one was the best. 86, I knew we were gonna beat Denver. Sorry, Blue. I knew that. Even Phil
Blue
Simms
is still
said-
up in the air. They don't get the show in the
Phil
air.
Simms said it when they had him on center stage with Michael Kay. He goes, that game was over before it even began. He goes, we had the great defense, we could score, and we knew right away when it was like, you know, I think the final score was 36-20, which was closer than it should be because I think Denver scored late, but that game was over by the third quarter.
Here says, when's the next gaming stream and what game? Next gaming stream here, see me, is going to be Thursday night. Around the same time that we do the Pops and Wiz SportsCast. Typically how we like to do it here on the Mr. Whiskers channel. Tuesday evenings. Everything is normally the evening time, but Tuesday evenings we do the Pops and Wiz SportsCast. Thursday nights we do the Mr. Whiskers gaming live streams, and then occasionally on Saturday nights, which I do post in the Discord if I'm gonna go live. It's, you know, again, like I said, occasionally.
Right.
That's when you could see another gaming live stream, possibly with Jay Swift.
Okay.
We still want to try to get Papa K over here for a horror game one day.
Never happened.
Never say never.
I'm not into that. Horror movies? Yes.
I can't do that on stream.
Oh, no, I know.
I'm working up to that point. That'd be pretty wild, though. Like, I mean, chat's really gonna see. I'm better with horror games, as scared as I get with those, than it is with horror movies. Horror movies, I go right back to being like a child again. I'm just sitting there with the blankets, like up to eye level, just like, yep, I'm officially freaked the fuck out, ladies and gentlemen.
I can watch certain horror movies over and over again.
I can watch the classics.
Yeah.
Like, I love I love back when, before the jump scare was a big thing, and just the initial creepiness of something was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Michael Myers, Halloween, the original Halloween.
Yeah, yeah.
I could watch that movie, and it's something I do, like, every October.
Dun, dun,
Yes, oh my God, the music, the whole night. But as far as the game, come Thursday, there will be, and something passion. I know we had spoken last week. I'm getting into, and just going to continue until our race. I will be throwing in a lot of Resident Evil 2 remake, Leon B scenarios. I'm getting better with my practice right now. I'm feeling good about the time that I'll be able to put out there. Whether or not it's good enough to beat you is still up in the air. But I think you're going to see some more Resident Evil 2, Leon B. If not, we might go back to, well, not go back to, but just for the sake of classics, we might be diving into a little old school Silent Hill. You know, it is still, that is still up there right now. You gotta see what I'm feeling Thursday. I'm a variety gamer. It's up for grabs.
Gotcha.
Let me see. A question for your pops.
Go.
Was he ever affected by the mafia in New York in any way?
By the mafia in New York. You
Yeah.
mean the real mafia?
Yeah.
I wasn't personally, but they did affect, New York till
New York.
Rudy Giuliani came around. Kind of got rid of them. Sent every one of them to jail. I forget, he was a prosecutor before a mayor.
Nice. That'd be fun to watch. Hopefully I remember and I'm not working. You ever see me? Feel free, if you have Discord, go check out the About section of this channel. There's a clickable panel for Discord. Join the Discord. I do a lot of my stream announcements there. So, if it's something that you are interested in watching and you're not working, just join the Discord, brother. And don't worry about the remembering part. I'll take care of that for you, my man. I just got Dino Crisis in immaculate condition, complete in box. Why you gotta make me jealous now, man? Damn! I need a picture of that. And he said, yes, real mafia.
Yeah, no. Not me, no. Never affected me. You gotta be in the criminal business to be afraid of them. Live by the gun, die by the gun.
Glove says, it's a hill that's silent. IGN, 10 out of 10. Yo, Glove, man, that game is fucking amazing, though. Still one of my favorites. And the serial tier list, yeah, that is something. I was thinking, we could do that soon, Glove. Saturday would work best for me. Maybe like a morning stream, actually, or like an afternoon stream. I could eat cereal any time of the day.
Yeah, as long as you throw beer on it. I'm kidding.
One time I threw eggnog in cereal, Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Never do that again. That shit was not good. Just wondering, that could have been to deal with. It says here to see me. The Silent Hill game is worth a ton, I think. Well, I guess it's hard for the mafia to affect him if he's the ringleader. Are you a head mafioso?
No.
No.
I'm a good guy.
We're just a couple of dudes from upstate New York.
I don't get involved with gangsters or
Nah.
all that crap. No.
We get involved with cold beers, sports talk, and disagreeing on most of our sports
the
talk.
damn quarterback's name. I went through the alphabet 20 times already in my head, and I still can't get it. And the minute I hear it, I know.
And this was your own question.
Yeah. And I had it. I had it when I...
The quarterback for 1991.
In the Super Bowl for the Giants.
For the Giants.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Let's go over all the Giants quarterbacks. It was Kelly.
No, Kelly was Buffalo.
No, there was a Kelly on the Giants.
Not that I remember.
Well, you can't remember the answer to your own trivia
but I
question,
don't
so
remember any
I don't have much faith.
I can name you a ton of Giants
In this
quarterbacks.
right now.
I know, but I don't remember a Kelly.
You're not helping your own cause.
No, I would remember a Kelly.
Birios says Brooklyn. Oh my god. Excuse me.
Hey, the Bears just released, Pittsburgh just released Mitchell Trubinsky, so he's eligible for a backup position, by the way, as a quarterback.
It's funny though, because we got here to see me over here. It says, if you were Dolphins GM, would you pay Tua or try to get Justin Fields?
Hmm.
How much is Tua asking for again?
I wouldn't mind getting Justin Fields because Chicago just drafted a quarterback, I believe, or can. And if that's the case, they're going to get rid of him.
I think now. Do you think Justin Fields and Tyreek Hill can? Do you think there's chemistry?
Oh man, Justin Fields got a fucking arm and a half. Compared to Tua can throw, but Tua's not a guy that can throw 60 like that. What's that kid that did it on Houston?
C.J. Stroud.
That guy threw 60 yards like it was nothing.
Irasimi says, I think he wants $55 million.
Goodbye.
So Justin Fields then.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Who did the Bears draft?
I don't know if they did or not, but I think they have the pick. Caleb, college quarterback. I think that's his name.
That was he used to be I recognize that name.
He was supposedly the number one in college. So,
You get the Heisman?
I don't know. I don't follow college. I just remember that name for some reason. I think his name was Caleb.
Yeah, that's what Irasimi says. They could draft Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that's it.
Tua literally just counts to 2 and throws the ball where someone should be, says Irasimi. I mean, right? People are saying he will at least get market value. Passion says, I remember being at your house for Super Bowl where the Cardinals were playing. What year was that?
The Cardinals? They never faced the Cardinals in the Super Bowl. They faced the Broncos?
Yeah, but were we watching the Super Bowl here when the Cardinals were in?
No. Against the Giants?
Not against the Giants, Dad.
The
Super Bowl we were watching were the Cardinals.
Okay, yeah. It could have been.
That's the last time Passion remembers being over at the house.
That could have been Kurt Warner. I think he was on the Cardinals.
What years were those?
Well, Larry Fitzgerald was still there.
I know, he was a huge threat.
Yeah, and he scored the touchdown. They thought we were going to win the game, and then what's his name? Santonio Holmes makes that great catch. Pittsburgh, and ends the game.
Oh shit, I forgot about that too. Yeah, you see me? Just type. I forget you can just type ! Discord in the chat. This is how professional of a fucking streamer I am.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, but
Well, Discord is where we have like our Super Bowl chit chats that were going on, which again is awesome having everybody in the Super Bowl chit chats. I did that video real quick to post. I posted in Discord when I was running around like a lunatic, going, "It's going in overtime." Oh my God!
you are a lunatic.
I'm your son.
A lunatic.
Ha ha!
I got it.
Who is it?
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
They
I don't
know?
want you to forget it again. No, it gave up.
Jeff Hostetler.
Say it again.
Jeff Hostetler.
Jeff Hostile. Hostel. I never would have fucking gotten that.
He was the backup. Phil Simms got hurt that year, at the end of the year, and he took him right through the playoffs. We had a great running back that time. O.J. Smith or something. Fantastic runner.
Close says, what happened?
Hostetler.
That's my favorite part of that video. I gotta go back and watch what apparently, I was a little all over the map that night. There was a lot going on.
But Jeff Hostetler, man, it was good. Talk about going to the Super Bowl, didn't play the whole year till the end.
Yeah.
Phil Simms, the Giants had won 10, 11 games that year. Won more than they did in 7. I think in 7 they only won 9 games because they were the wild card.
Yeah, they backed their way into the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And then they they went to Florida and won. Beat the Dallas Cowboys, won. Beat the Packers and won, and obviously the Patriots.
I gotta watch that again, actually.
But
I wanted to do it before this Super Bowl. Have some time to,
well, I have it at home.
I got YouTube.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Now I won't watch it anymore because
I'm still gonna
when I
watch
watched it when the Giants were involved, like even 2 years ago when they went to the playoffs.
I mean, even for me right now, that was such a special Super Bowl to me.
Best ever. I'm a Giant fan since 1961. That was the best.
Yeah, to watch how everything unfolded.
Yeah.
That was a magical season.
They had great running backs. They had a great defense. And they had and Eli was just coming into his own. You know, with Plaxico and was it Shockey? Before he got hurt.
Jeremy Shockey.
Yeah, he got hurt though. He didn't play the Super Bowl. I think
No.
Boss
Boss.
was the tight end, and he was major.
Passion says apparently that was the last game to have John Madden as a commentator.
Oh, really?
Super Bowl 43, I believe, was the one Cardinals were in.
Okay, yeah, it might be right.
Okay, so that's probably when that's when Passion.
Well, you didn't watch it here. You weren't living here. You watched it at my house.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay. That was an exciting Super Bowl, but think about it. Another great one, right down to the wire. And another great one where they didn't win. I think it was Tennessee. The last play of the game. The guy gets stopped at the 1 yard line. On a running play or pass play. Oh. You talk
Recent?
about,
Recent?
No.
Because I was going to say Tennessee.
I think
No, that wasn't. That was
way
the
back.
Seahawks. Sorry. No, I got two Super Bowls confused
Yeah.
there for a minute.
Yeah, that one. Wow. Right to the one, and they didn't have a timeout. And the clock ran out, and they lost. Imagine that. 1 yard away.
Well, we got Super Bowl. Okay. Oh, sorry. I read that already. You want to take a quick break
Yeah.
before we end the show?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, Mal.
Yeah.
It ain't over yet. Stretch your legs. Use the restroom. That's definitely what we're going to be doing. Well, I'm going to be doing. Get a snack or something. We'll see you in a little bit.
Good deal.
watch you go slow, so I can write it down and become the perfect man for you. What you like, what you don't, you should never be flying solo. Hop into the cockpit, I can be a rocket. Hey, fly. So what have you been sitting there and thinking, oh,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and you're watching the Pops and Wiz SportsCast. We're your host. My name's Mr. Whiskers. To my right, the one and only Papa K.
Take it easy.
I did that time. That was a little easier. Mm-hmm. You want me to? I can take it up. Papa K. Huh?
Making a wake back here.
She's not asleep yet.
How do you know?
I don't. That's a very good point. Oops. But I gotta say, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, chat, Papa K, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, how would you rank Super Bowl 58 all in all, despite any of the controversy that we talked about earlier?
I'd say it was right up there with 10. 9 or 10.
9 or 10? Yeah.
I still think the Giant was the best one that I ever saw, but I'm a Giant fan.
But yeah.
But the way it ended.
For how it was, what it was.
37 seconds. This one goes in overtime. I got to admit, the Brady Matt Ryan game, the overtime, was very exciting.
But this Super Bowl alone.
Yeah. I was ready.
Not comparing it to the past on Sunday.
It's one of the best, put it that way. Out of the 58 I've seen,
right?
I'll say it's in the top 10.
In the top 10, you know, chat, this is, and that's that's the question I'm asking. I'm not asking to compare it to Super Bowls you've seen, but through your level of excitement, how much fun did you have?
Oh, we had great
the whole
company,
9.
Great food, great company.
Yeah, I'll put it up there.
I'll give you one question.
It's a 10.
As you're watching the Super Bowls that you've seen in your life, which ones do you think sucked? I can name quite a few.
I think
not as a fan, as you know,
like as entertainment quality.
Yeah, I saw some terrible ones.
I wanted, what was it? The one, the blowout.
There was quite a few. Seattle, Denver,
and then what was it? The one, what wasn't it?
That was
Buccaneers, Chiefs.
That was kind of a blowout, 31-9. Yeah.
That's kind of a blowout?
Well, it was all, yeah, I still think Patrick Mahomes was hurt.
Regardless, I'm talking about, you know, we're not diving into the deepness of it, but, you know, unless you want to.
Giants, Ravens, that they lost. Terrible. They got their ass kicked. I think.
But that would be, since I was following.
Yeah. No,
like, that to me.
I can mention games that I saw.
Yeah. But I don't know. But you were asking me the question.
Yeah.
And I'm just answering your question.
Well, and I'm telling you the ones I saw that I thought, you know, from way back.
I get that.
The first 2. Green Bay just dominated Oakland and Kansas City. Oh, you said one of the best? 2? No, Joe Namath.
I didn't say one of the best. I said
in the top 10. Joe Namath. Beating the Colts 15-1.
Yeah.
And they beat the Colts in the Super Bowl. That was one of the biggest upsets and damn good game.
Hold on a second. Let me catch up here. Apparently, that was the last game. Okay. Glove says Super Bowl 43. I believe was the one Cardinals were in. Glove also says back when they were the Oilers, probably.
Houston.
Passion says, I love the halftime show. Usher killed it.
You know me, I don't even know who the hell he is.
No, I know, and I think most of the Passion, like during a halftime show, we came in here to take a break. I was getting ready to do steaks. And, you know,
I watched it.
We got, well, I know I got lost in conversation. I didn't realize how much time had passed. Like, I was shooting the shit with Blue for a minute.
Here's the number I heard today. 4 million people jumped in to watch the halftime show. When it was over, they turned the TV off. They didn't watch the game.
You know, I saw this about the halftime show was like apparently Usher killed it. I didn't see it. I was in here the whole time,
raving about it.
And you know, just like like I said, like Blue and I was shooting the shit for a good minute, and I remember Jay Swift coming through the door going, "Yo, game's back on." And we game. Oh, all right.
I think you missed the whole thing. You guys were sitting in here.
Oh yeah, man.
I went out and saw the second half of it.
Yeah. No, I was.
He's good.
I had a great conversation with Blue.
She knew every word.
She knows every word to every song before it even comes out.
But by him, I didn't know she knew him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, she is.
Wow.
She is.
Every word.
When it comes to music.
I mean, you're damn good too.
I am nowhere close to.
I don't know, but boy, I mean, she knows songs from my era before she was born, and knows the words. You know, so that's damn good.
One of the things about the halftime show I saw later on, like the TikTok videos. Apparently, there were like a few things that that were missed. Just some incidents. Which, by the way, I will say this. The girls that this happened to, like, in the background kind of deal, they're okay, but one of them fell off a pole.
In the halftime show?
During the halftime show. One of them skated off the stage by accident.
Oh boy, I didn't see that.
And, again, they're okay. Like, they posted a video on TikTok, and they were like, hey, I see the memes and everything going out there, questions that have been asked.
That's not good for each of them, though, professionally, because they won't be asked to do it again.
Oh, no. But, at the end of the day, it's like one of them made a point saying, like, as in that particular profession, like when you're asked to be brought out, it's like when they have a check-off list, and they say, you just check off everything, and, you normally get a 2-week notice that you got the job. And you have time, like if you don't know how to roller skate, you take those 2 weeks and you just grind it out. And this one particular girl was told the day before, saying, we had one of the skaters got COVID, and it says you're an advanced skater.
Short notice.
And but you lie on your resume, right? And that's what she did.
They get hurt?
She got a black eye. It doesn't
Fell
appear.
off the stage.
Skated off the stage by accident.
That stage's pretty high.
She said she fell quite a distance and landed on somebody with like a tripod kind of deal, and that's what caused the black eye. Wow. But it is embarrassing. But at the end of the day, thank God, no broken bones or anything. Like it could be way more serious. Mm-hmm. Kind of don't lie on your resume.
No, people do it just to get a spot.
Just to get a job.
Sure.
And she was right though. They're offering you $20,000 just to play
for what? A few minutes.
A few minutes. So fuck. I don't know how to skate on quads, and I would have taken that too. I would have taken that deal. And, all right, I made $20,000. I just skated off the stage, but
you're fired.
Yeah. Take that paycheck first. I showed up.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
But those were some of the things during the halftime show that apparently, again, I didn't see the halftime show. I was hanging out, shooting the shit with Blue. Fuck it. We were having a great conversation in here. And didn't see it till later. Heard it was a great show. I heard Usher killed it.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Like
I said, 4 million people tuned in, and 4 million tuned out the minute the show was over. That means they couldn't give a damn about the football game. They were just interested in him, doing the show. So.
One of the things is I'm glad that he had a great show. From
by the way, they didn't get a good rating at all.
No.
They said the commercials have been terrible for the last 5-10 years now.
Well, I heard that Usher had a great show, and I'm happy. I'm happy he did, because one of the things that the pre-show, before I picked you up, before anybody showed up to the house. As soon as I was prepared and had everything set up, or in the motions of setting up for the Super Bowl party,
right.
I put on the game day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the pre-show, you said they had the pre-shows going since 8:00 in the morning.
Yep.
And I was sitting there. There was an interview with Usher. before that interview with Usher, though, there was the whole thing where it was just like, I didn't care for because they were sitting there like, well, you know, he is one of the second biggest pop stars in that stadium that day.
Okay.
Because, of course, Taylor Swift being number one.
Right, but she wasn't on the stage.
She wasn't on the stage, no. But, like, you know, they were sitting there like, you know, I felt it was a little disrespectful that this particular crew was talking about that because, you know, this is, you know, she's coming there as a fan. You know, and now you're just sitting there, and he's the main event for the halftime show.
Right.
I felt that it was a little disrespectful in ways to say things like that, like, oh, he's the second biggest pop star at the Super Bowl that night, because in the comparison,
It's wrong.
I feel like that
If
was.
anything, they should have thrown her in as a surprise.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's just like, you know, if that was something that Usher was okay with, that's one thing.
Sure, yeah, that has to
They had their own setup ready to go.
Yeah, maybe she wasn't involved in it.
And again, like I said, she showed up there as a fan of
Yeah.
the Chiefs,
Said
a
she
fan
got
of her.
supposed
That's what I heard.
to. I didn't see nothing about that.
I didn't see nothing about that yet either.
I know Andy Reid's coming back.
He's coming back for what, another year?
Yeah, said it right away on the interview, on the post game. He goes, as long as their guys are here, I'll be here. Meaning Travis Kelce and Mr. Mahomes.
And you know what? Before we end the show, and hold on a second, I get past. It says, yeah, the commercials all sucked.
Oh, I'll give you something that throw in your face because you argue with me this about a ton of times about Patrick Mahomes, right? The money he makes.
Yeah.
They say he's really.
Well, I didn't argue.
No,
I
but
didn't
you said
argue.
that-
I made points.
And I'll give you the point. You made that he's making that much money. Why don't he help the team? He's renegotiating his contract so they can sign other players.
That is, see, again,
That's what I heard today. I
That
don't know if it's
is-
a fact.
you heard it.
I heard it, but I don't know if it's
and
fact.
we don't know if it's a fact. But see that right there, if that does come into the situation there, I can appreciate, I can respect him right there.
Yeah, just like Brady did.
You know, why the fuck not? Like, you know, what is, again, at the end of the day, what is it for you? Is it the money or is it the game?
You know how much money this guy makes, and they haven't even mentioned it between State Farm commercials.
No. I know. I get it. He makes a lot of money.
He makes more money on that than we ever will do in our own lifetime.
I know. I get that. But again, and it's something, Pops, I want you to understand something here. I wasn't arguing with you about...
Yes, you were.
No, not the fact that he makes that. I had argued the point that, you know what? Like in those games where, against the Bills during the regular season, and, you know, Kadarius Toney dropping these passes, hitting them up for interceptions, and Mahomes losing his shit. Very unprofessional.
No, I know that. That's
I was not a fan of that.
But you also mentioned that one time we did the show that
Is how much money he makes. And I did it. I'm not taking anything back from that, and I still stand by
some
that.
of that money for players.
I still stand by that, and if that's what he does,
I don't know if it's true. I heard that it could be.
if he does that, I can respect that, and like, you know what, that's where I kind of, okay. Because that's, for me right there, at the time when I stated that, and I still stand by that, is you make that much money, and you're upset about the receiving core you have. You are a passing quarterback. You're also a very mobile quarterback. You could have way more dangerous weapons. To me, at that moment in time, was what is more important to you? The success of your team or the success of your contract?
Oh, I kind of want both. If I was him. Now, don't forget, this guy's lost players, and he's won 3 Super Bowls out of 4.
I know.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I'm not taking, and nor do I
know
ever
you're not.
take anything
And
away
Brady
from
was the same way. Brady
But-
lost players, and Belichick kept bringing guys in. You know, even if they were there for a year or 2. Edelman and what's the other guy's name?
Amendola.
Amendola. 2 guys who were our height, tough as nails.
I think a little bit taller than us.
At best 5'8".
I think Edelman. I think Amendola was 5'11".
If that, it didn't look like it. Put it that way when I saw him on the.
Oh yeah, because when you're standing next to guys that are 6'7",
that's how I judge it. You know.
Yeah, but I get that. I get that.
The guy looked like he was 10 inches taller, so you're 5'8".
But like I was saying, hearing that, Pops, I hope that's true.
Yeah, well,
Because you know what? If you want the Kansas City Chiefs to be the next New England Patriots of years past,
it looks like it.
Is
early,
he would have to do something like that.
And he's only 28, by the way.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can give a lot of respect in that if he's going to Patrick Mahomes, again, congratulations to you and the Chiefs for pulling out such an incredible victory there. You know, regardless of some of the things that we talked about earlier, which we still, again, these are just things that we talked about. We don't know if they're true. Again, I agree with you, Pops, that it could have been like a technical difficulty. The one thing that I want to look at and see, like, if the chains moved, if it was a first down thing, that's a problem. But regardless of all that, I will give, and I will tip my hat, if Patrick Mahomes renegotiates his contract, because right now, during this current contract, making about $500 million, if he comes back around, and now all of a sudden, like, even if that's cut in half, to give the Kansas,
it's not gonna be cut in half.
I'm just saying.
I know. Renegotiate means maybe $10 million.
But just to get a wide receiver that is more of a threat, that opens up where it's not always going to be Kelsey, where the pressure's not always on Kelsey.
Kelsey's getting up there too.
Kelsey
Hey
comes.
Google, how old is Travis Kelsey?
34 years old.
34. He's getting close to the end.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Gronk played till he was 37 when he came back to Tampa Bay. Mm-hmm. But you know,
Jason Kelsey's 36. He's coming back with the Eagles.
1 year.
1 year, so he'll be 37. Yeah. And as a center, that is a punishing job.
My God, 15 years he's doing that shit.
I mean, I do give credit to both Travis Kelsey and Jason Kelsey, because those are two positions right there where you're taking a beating.
Yeah. Especially as a
every
center.
time you're out there.
Yeah, I mean, Travis has to get by. He has to block. You know, he has to get by these big guys. You know, just to get open.
And I got to show you something. You know, they have a podcast together.
Okay.
The Kelsey brothers.
Okay.
Pretty entertaining, actually.
I saw them doing the arm wrestling thing.
Yeah. No, they're actually very entertaining.
Yeah.
You know. Very comical, but very serious too.
Nice
yeah.
Movie.
You know, it was I remember watching the podcast, and you know, it was asked like the Travis Kelsey, like, you know, your brother's ripping his shirt off in the stands and everything like that. My brother was supporting me right there, and that I thought that was an epic moment for me to see, like, you know, my brother supporting me, and he was excited for me. And, you know, I mean, yeah.
Brother didn't make it. They got blown out by Tampa. Go figure that, you know. I don't know. You know what the talk of the town is already? And this is just talk. Hearsay.
That's fine.
Get rid of Shanahan, right? Of Frisco. And hire Belichick.
That's the talk of the town? Because I know...
Rumors.
I know, what was it? It was at Atlanta or Arizona?
He was the Atlanta offensive coordinator when the...
No, I'm talking about Bill Belichick, who he interviewed with.
Oh, Atlanta mostly.
Atlanta, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't go more into detail there.
Interviewed with really twice with Atlanta, as far as I remember, and they chose not to take him. So this is just rumors. NFL Network guys say, "Hey, Shanahan's lost twice to Mahomes, and he lost once to Brady as an offensive coordinator." He goes, "What do you think about Belichick moving in and getting rid of him?"
For the 49ers?
Yeah.
I mean, that...
Great team. Let's face it, they'll be back.
It's an incredible rumor, but at the same time...
Makes sense.
Shanahan... You don't fire a coach that just got you to the Super Bowl. Twice.
Yeah.
So, I don't see that. Like, it's a great rumor. If I'm going to give you my thoughts...
Yeah, I don't think that.
I'm with you on that. I don't think that's...
If it ever happened, I'd hire him as the offensive coordinator again, and Belichick as the coach.
He ain't going to do that.
Belichick is all about defense, you know that.
Yeah, he ain't going to do that.
And Belichick loves control. He wants to be the GM.
Yeah.
Which, what's his name? The Who's the guy that owns the Patriots?
Kraft.
Kraft. He gave him total control all those years. You know, you got whoever you want to bring in, bring in. He brought in Randy Moss. He brought in that kid that intercepted Russell Wilson on the 1 yard line.
I know, and that was a play I saw. I saw the breakdown of that play,
Yeah.
and they talked about how they practiced that, and it was just kind of one of those. In that moment,
Stupid.
I mean, they of
You got
course.
Marshawn Lynch.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Who got you to the 1 yard line?
I watched it.
Yeah. And
I
you
was
throwing the
there.
fucking ball?
I wasn't there, but I was
and
watching.
by the
it.
way, they got rid of him like right after that. The guy that saved you the Super Bowl was a rookie. Played one more year, and they got rid of him. And that's what Belichick does, though. He brought in the guy from the Jets who won the Super Bowl.
Even Edelman. Edelman wasn't.
He was there a while, though.
He was there a while, but he wasn't like for him to. I saw clips of Edelman talking about it, going, "I wasn't the guy."
And
Belichick,
yes,
he wasn't letting me be the guy.
Yeah.
But I had to work for what I got.
And he did. Clutch.
And he said he shadowed Brady. If Brady went on vacation in the Bahamas,
Yeah.
Edelman took a trip there too.
Who was the other guy said?
Hold on a second, let me finish. Just in case Brady wanted to throw the ball with him.
Oh, okay.
So he would shadow Brady. Anywhere Brady went, Edelman was there.
Mm-hmm. Who was the other guy?
Amendola.
Amendola, right? I keep forgetting his name. Why? But boy, these guys tough as nails and clutch.
Hmm.
You know, they made those big plays against Seattle when Seattle was up 28-14. Edelman and Amendola made the big catches to get them down. You know, where they tied the game. So, who else? All right,
You ready?
I'm done.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our show. Of course, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out this evening. Glove Clan here at See Me. Passion 9. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. I'll be back Thursday night for the gaming live streams. I don't know quite yet what I'm going to be playing, but I will post it in the Discord under the Mr. Whisker stream announcements. You know, again, everybody, thank you so much for, the love and support that you've given us on this channel, participating in the Pops picks,
Excuse me.
the Pops Super Bowl picks, the Pops playoff picks, the whole nine, shooting the shit in the Super Bowl chit chats on Discord. This has been quite the incredible weekend. Again, big shout outs and big thank you to Mr. Blue Monkey and Mismo. You know, taking the trip over here to New York, watching the Super Bowl with us, and all the gifts. I mean, holy shit, this is awesome. I got my stickers on the door now. The koozies, and of course that bottle of bourbon, which we dipped into a little bit Sunday night. You know, Papa K, as always, bringing such a level of entertainment and excitement and knowledge.
12 days away from Yankees' first game.
Yankees' first game, which, by the way, Pops, we talked about this. Again, if you change your mind, let me know. But I had asked the Home Run Derby Challenge. Are you still interested in doing this
When
season?
the season starts.
When the regular season starts.
It's going to be like March 27th.
All right, that sounds like a game plan to me. So
We'll be
we
in the
will. We will be bringing back the Home Run Derby Challenge. Are we getting the new one? Or do you want to stick with this one?
I don't even know if they have a new one.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet. So we will be sticking with